with your thoughts, pro or con, at #UndisputedLive. Here we go. First tweet from Chris, who says, Skip and Michael Irvin, when they saw the Cowboys lost. That is our man Richard Sherman after Russell Wilson threw it to Malcolm Butler to end the Super Bowl.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, you can feel that pain still to this day.
No, that's real trauma.
That is trauma.
Trauma.
Next tweet is from Andre, who says, Skip praying for Dak to be benched for Cooper Rush. And that is the all-time classic Talladega Nights prayer scene, one of my all-time favorites.
That prayer not going to get answered no time
Dear
soon.
Lord, baby Jesus. And finally, this is from Rob Crabtree, who says, Richard, today, each Cowboys topic. Dr. Evil spinning in his chair and laughing like a mad scientist. All right. Ha, 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 ha. Back to business. Brandon Staley again went mad scientist, speaking of, and went for it on 4th and 1 at his own 24 with 1:51 left and failed. Yet at home, the Vikings out-blundered Staley when, with time running out, Kirk Cousins says he couldn't hear the play call from Kevin O'Connell, had to frantically yell a play to each of his teammates, and his last-second pass wound up getting popped up in the air at the goal line and intercepted in the end zone. Here's that final sequence, starting with, oh, here we go with Kirk. Yeah,
I want to see the old sequence.
Yeah. No, we're just showing.
That's it.
Okay, this is the final sequence where he hit Hawkinson. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Kirk, he says he couldn't hear. It's a home game. Kirk, he's losing it. Kirk, what are you doing? Kirk, I can't hear. I'll call a play. He claims it was the same play that was trying to be called in his headset anyway.
You know, catch the ball. Your $17 million tight end got to catch the ball.
It looked like
and we don't have this issue.
Throw. It looked like a pretty good throw here.
Yeah. He put it the only place you can put it, and then the tight end drops it and tips it up in the air, and then we're going to blame Kirk.
Okay.
Boy, I tell you.
I ain't going to blame Kirk. Yeah, is that what you said?
Yeah,
I'm blaming Kirk.
Yeah,
I'm blaming Kirk. I'm blaming everybody on that offense. First of all, run that play back, run that scenario back. You look at that play, they catch that first down. There's not a soul hustling to that damn ball. Not a soul. We should have talked about this in the huddle before the play.
We don't need to talk about it because
we already know. Everybody knows.
We already know
what it is. Look at all these players. Nobody has talked about what they are doing in this situation. You already know, dude. Listen. When you're on the field, when he went for it on 4th down. Okay, you're right. Because this tripped me out. I was so hot. I wore purple yesterday on my Sunday show because I picked the Vikings and the Ravens, and they both did some dumb stuff. And so that was before I even dealt with the Cowboys. So you know I had a bad day. Don't tell me to slow down. Let me get it out. My countenance has been disturbed greatly. But I'm telling you, I saw this right here, and I said, any player, you know this.
Immediately.
We should have been in. We were in the huddle when they got that 4th down.
We line up.
Everybody's saying on the sideline, if we get the ball back, we're gonna have to move. We got to move quickly. And if right now we get this 1st down, everybody run to the ball and clock it. Soon as he catch the ball, everybody should have been running. Everybody should have been running. So everybody, the coach, the quarterback, everybody on that team was not prepared. That right there, I thought Brandon Staley did enough to get fired yesterday until I saw the other side. Then I said, send them all home. This is ridiculous. You can't do this. This is football, not even 101. This is pre-K football, and you messed that up.
Richard, don't encounter that.
I mean, you definitely didn't save Brandon Staley's job. You might have gave him an extra week or so because he would have got fired after this game on the way home before the flight. They would have been like, hey, we got a different flight for you. We don't even want you around the team right now. What you giving? As you should, because that's the correct answer. But you know what? The only part of this I do like is send Kirk Cousins to New York so he can revive his career because he's not being appreciated. He gave that man a good ball. This man is a 17th highest paid tight end in the National Football League. Travis Kelce catches that. George Kittle catches that. You're a $17 million a year tight end. If you don't catch it, at least make sure it gets to the ground. Don't not catch it and then bounce it up into the air and give it to the defense so then I'm taking the blame because if he catches this football, We're not talking about anything but Brandon Staley right now.
Right.
That's a good ball. Straighten his hands.
If he clocked that ball and brings everybody in the huddle and he gives his tight end time, first of all, you're getting a little time to rest. Maybe I get a better route. And then I got the time. We set up the play. Everybody's ready. The defense is frantic, not the offense. Right there, what I saw was a frantic offense going up against a frantic defense, and the defense won. That was pre-K football right there. I say everybody have to go if you can't play through pre-K football. If you can't figure out how to play through this system, this clock right here, we got 3 plays in the huddle. I don't even want to hear you trying to call a play. Call 2-3 plays in this huddle, and every time I'm going to the ball, clocking the ball. That's pre-K football.
Go back 3 minutes into the game, left 3 minutes into the game. That whole sequence on both sides of the ball, meaning the Chargers offense and then the Vikings offense, was a disaster. The Chargers didn't move the sticks at all. Then Brandon Staley decided on 4th and 1 from his own 24-yard line with 1:51 left in the game, Skip.
I just read that.
With the Vikings with 0 timeouts. You decide you're going to get it because you believe in your offense. You're a defensive coordinator. You should be believing in your defense to pin them back deep and make them go 80 yards to score a touchdown. Because it wasn't a field goal. And you tell us that you would have made a different decision possibly if it was a field goal game. Duh. You right there at the 24-yard line, of course it's a different decision. You're not going to let them just walk and kick it.
Yep.
But whatever that was, now you're Kirk Cousins in the offensive side of the ball.
Man, that's the worst thing.
You, much like Michael was saying, this is situational football, Skip, and Michael, you know this. We practice this every single Friday, Saturday. I don't need you as my head coach to tell me what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't need to do that as a veteran quarterback that's making $30 million plus a year, whatever it is. I already know I got several plays. Okay, I already know. I already got it.
No timeouts.
As soon as I complete that ball to the tight end, I'm running. And I'm going clock. Everybody get up. Everybody knows where to line up. Boom. Now we can gather. We can find the right play to call in the right situation. You didn't do that. You failed the operation. So therefore, you failed the team. So it does fall on the shoulders of Kirk Cousins, the shoulders of the head coach, the offensive coordinator, and the rest of his teammates. And as far as the tight end being able to catch the ball, it might have been a good zipper throw, but when the ball gets away from you like this and somebody's flashing in front of you, it's a very, very difficult catch and throw.
Do not forget, Detroit traded Hawkinson to a division rival because they were done with him. They weren't going to pay him what he thought he was worth, right?
Right. What do you got?
Okay.
But he's a good tight end.
All right. He is. But Brandon Staley, mad scientist that he is, he would tell you the analytics will tell you every time go for it on 4th down. But you have to put the analytics in the context of the game. What is happening in the football game? How do you close the deal and win the football game? You don't go for it on 4th and 1 at your own, what was it, 24-yard line? What do you do? It's insane. It's a fireable offense. He would have been fired. But all of a sudden, the onus goes back onto the shoulder pads of a Kirk Cousins. I'm going to say what I've said about him for 8 years.
Just good enough.
No. He's got loser intangibles. He's got some ability, but he's an under-talented overachiever. And when push comes to shove, that's what he's going to do. He's not going to be on target on the ball. He's not going to jump to make things happen that have to happen. Dak Prescott, when Kirk was in Washington, just owned him because Kirk makes too many dumb mistakes at big moments. He just will.
I just don't understand the non-preparation in the situational football. It's mind-boggling to me because you got the first down.
I can't even figure it out.
I can't figure that out. I'm not waiting on a coach to call a play.
No. You guys don't know. We go over this in practice. I mean, every day, all day, this all we talk about, these situations. I don't know how everybody messed that up.
In certain situations in games, I could go back in my mind, Skip, and just say, oh, here we go. This is what we get ready to do. We got the ball here. Oh, we going Max Cafe, XQ. And I already know what's getting ready to happen.
It wasn't messed up. He catch the ball. We're not talking about this. That's on T.J. Hawkinson.
I ain't listening to you.
Up next, we will close our deal here on Undisputed by asking, will Baker and the Bucs pull off the upset against Jalen Hurts and the Eagles tonight in Tampa?
No mercy, no mercy.